Not too bad. How are you doing?
Got a new sweater here. How was your? Yeah, this is from my parents.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, so they gave it to me. I was like, you know what? Let's just wear it.
Raptors.
So yeah, we wore the Raptors.
Solid.
Yeah, I haven't worn anything Raptors in a while. I used to have this red hat. Actually, I should have worn my red hat today with the Raptors. How was the holiday?
It was good.
Very brief, I guess. I just last saw you a day ago, so
yeah,
2 days ago.
Not too bad, yeah. Hopefully everyone had a good Christmas, had a good holiday.
Did you have a nice little meal there? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Had a good meal. Yeah.
Good. The weather was good.
Yeah,
I don't know if you traveled around at all.
It was kind of outdoors a little bit as well, but it wasn't too bad. A little chilly, but manageable. Got to layer up. That's the key.
So we were like -10 or something, and then all of a sudden this weekend in a couple of days it's going to +7, +8 degrees.
Wow.
So you're talking like back into the 40s again for all my Fahrenheit friends. Oh, so I have a question for everybody down south there. So when we become American up here, right? Like what's supposed to happen?
51st state.
Are we going to go with Fahrenheit or Celsius? Are we going to go with kilos or pounds? Are we going to go with miles per hour or kilometers?
Let's just stick to science and stick with.
But they're both scientific
the
numbers. They're metrics. Okay, so just go with the old. I get used to that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This guy's buying Greenland. He's buying Canada. He's buying.
It's gonna be interesting.
The canal there. It's like, great. Panama.
I mean, you think stuff like that is bound to happen. Like countries haven't expanded in a few.
It's not
a couple hundred years.
Yeah.
Over time, you can see that.
That would be hilarious.
I don't know.
All of a sudden, we're American over here.
Interesting.
GameStop, Palantir, Apple, and iBit. Which one of those rings?
GameStop?
Which one? This one. That's what I'm looking at. GameStop, Palantir, Apple. It's all pretty obvious. And iBit.
Yeah, I like those. I mean,
I got missing here. Oh, I want to look at Reddit.
Specific in
I don't want to forget it.
Top ideas,
you know. Hold on a second here. Reddit.
Tesla, Palantir, Apple. I do have. On watch. So.
Did you see GameStop right here? Apparently, he tweeted something of a box, a gift box.
Yeah.
Well, my gift to you is 3.5%. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Roaring Kitty. So we'll look at that. And then we'll take a look at that.
Would you look at that? Yeah.
And then I'm excited here for Reddit. I mean, this is a possible breaking spot right here, 181, 181.50. You know, we don't know what kind of volume is going to be there today. I mean, there's going to be, and you mentioned it before, the retail trade's at home now. So if any of these names get going, there's a possibility for some of these smaller cap names like a Rigetti or like some of these quantum names.
That thing's been running, right?
Yeah, it's back down a little bit today, some of these names. QBTS is another one to look at for sure today. QB, where's my keyboard? QBTS.
Archer Aviation as well.
Keep forgetting that's a New York name. Like some of these, you don't expect some of these quantum like new plays to be on NYSE, but they are. So QBTS had a nice move down into 750 right there. Now back up to 780, trying to dance around here as well. Some of these low floater, high share, high short float names start to move around a bit. But yeah, okay, our watch list is out. You guys go get that. Scan the QR code there on your screen. Make sure you do hit the like and the subscribe as, we're here. We're here on a holiday here in Canada. I don't know if you drove in, what your situation was today, but it was like 20 minutes to get in today. It was like, I was just like,
whenever it's holidays, like there's nobody on the roads.
Right.
It's the fastest you can ever get in. Like downtown Toronto.
Man, Toronto has no traffic problems.
Oh boy. We literally have one main highway that comes into the city.
What, you mean the Gardiner? Or?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, from that end.
That end, yeah.
Yeah, down,
from like if you're
around
coming in South 404.
Coming on the DVP.
Yeah, DVP. It's usually, but the thing is, like a lot of traffic just focuses in and bottlenecks in and around.
Didn't Boston dig under? Like you can go underneath. Like I don't know what they had talked about burying the Gardiner, getting rid of it, and then figuring out what to do. Like when I was in Singapore, you actually had to pay a tax to drive into the city.
Yeah.
So there was like toll booths to enter. And this was
New York's kind of like that, right? Think about it. All the bridges that you have to cross.
The bridges, yeah. I guess there's examples all over the place. So I was wondering if Toronto maybe does something like that to encourage less people from driving into the city and taking more public transportation.
Yeah.
We should have a podcast. Okay, let's go back over to the desk and figure it out. It was a lot of rap happening here this morning.
Yeah. Rap City.
You were Rap City.
Rap City on
that was a good
Boxing
show.
Day.
That was a really good show. You know, they shut down. It used to be, what was the building on Queen and John there? They got rid of that, the CP24 building. Anyways, it used to be, the Much Music and all that used to be there. Now it's like a condo. Yeah, they moved it. Yeah, that's sad.
Probably making more money.
All right, we're from Toronto, so everyone that's like listening to this is like, what the hell are these guys talking about? DVP, Gardner, Much Music. What's Much Music?
Much Music.
Yeah, it was a better MTV maybe.
Yeah, perhaps.
Is what it is.
Does anybody still watch?
Well, we didn't have Pimp My Ride, or what was there? Pimp My Ride.
Pimp My Ride was sick.
What was the one where they used to go into the house? Cribs, MTV Cribs.
Yeah, Cribs.
Can you imagine people doing that like these days, like that in depth? Like these would just roll up on the street, show people like their whole house and like.
I mean,
but now I feel like people would be planning.
There's guys on YouTube and like TikTok, whatever, that they'll like just knock on like these mansions and be like, oh, can I?
They do that on TikTok?
Yeah.
They knock on mansion doors and guys let them in?
Yeah, they're like, oh, what do you do? What do you do for a living? Can I come see your house or whatever? And they like, they let you. But I mean, I guess they
really
show like
on TikTok,
authentication. They're like, oh, I have this many followers. This is what I do.
Yeah. But what's the benefit of the person who's showing their house?
No idea.
Just exposing the whole.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
clout.
Maybe some clout. Who knows?
All right. Let's go back. Maybe we'll do a sneak preview of Sharif's penthouse as well.
We won't. We'll do Palantir, though. We'll do up 0.75%. Great look today for Palantir. All riding high this year, man. I mean, 380% up year to date. The acceleration really came in November after the election. It is warranted, supported by 30% year-over-year increase in revenues. The customer count grew about 39%. And this, highlighted in the green, is what really caught my attention. So Palantir and other defense tech companies, specifically Anudrill, are reportedly in talks with companies like SpaceX, OpenAI, to form a consortium targeting U.S. government contracts. The consortium is supposed to create what they call a new generation of defense contractors to focus specifically on new types of technology. Adara, this is a good look, and riding highs almost back up into that $85 area that it closed out on Tuesday.
Yeah, Palantir is certainly becoming more and more of a defense name, as you mentioned there. What's also interesting here, up about 386%. That makes it the top performer within the S&P 500, which had only joined earlier this year. But what's also interesting is Vistra is the second highest year-to-date performer in the S&P 500. They also joined earlier this year. So these new S&P additions, with the exception of SMCI, seem to be really outperforming some of the older contenders. Of course, the third strongest name in the S&P 500 this year is old standard NVIDIA. So lots to look at here. PLTR, though, still strong.
PLTR was pretty good on, when was it? Wednesday?
What is this new stock you're talking about? Palin what?
Palantir.
Oh, Palantir.
Palantir. Yeah, I think.
I'll say hi. What's up to my parent? My parents waking up early and watching. So,
Good morning.
Hello, mother and father. This is my friend Obi.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Katina.
Thank you, Obi, for saying that. All right, so let's. What were you about Palantir? Like you had talked about that this was going to be a trade today. So you and I
maybe
I don't know. I said I was going to look at GameStop, and you had mentioned that maybe Palantir had a better chance to trade.
It had some significant moves. Yeah, like I know you had a pretty good trade on it off the open as well on Tuesday.
What day was it? Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I just wrote down here. Look at this. Look. I mean, we take a look at this, Obi. I mean, there it is. There's the break of the pre-market high and the high from the past day. Once it broke that $81 all the way up to $81.50 into $84, $85.
Yep.
Like that was just a monster move, and then it came right back in. So the thing that I wrote down today on the sticky note, which I'm going to publish in just a couple minutes, is why not just wait for something like this again? Okay, and so I actually think that on a lower volume day here today, and the fact that Palantir's up, which is pretty nice, I wonder if it's going to be a sell situation. NASDAQ down here, 0.32. So market is down, this stock is well up. So this is going to be stronger than the market, so we like to trade relative strength. So we're definitely looking for longs. But the thing for me is, I think there's an opportunity here for this to dip into some kind of support.
I like that.
So let's just try to be patient with this. If it dips into here, which this looks like support to me, we did once, twice, and then Obi's over here, so Obi thrice. Once, twice, thrice, and then the bounce. So let's see if we can get that. Remember, we did not trade, we only traded half day on Wednesday. So what day is today? On Tuesday.
Today's Thursday, yeah.
So yeah, right there. So that was the end of it. Look at that move right there at the end of the day, then a leveling off. So I think if you really wanted to get, a little more aggressive, you could probably start buying 82.50s or so in this area. For me, I wrote down here, Palantir, let's start to trade at $82. So we'll start the bidding in and around there. But if you think that this name's really going to go, then you have to hit this 83.50 area. Just take out the pre-market high, see if you have something like this. Look what happened last time you took it out, right? Went up $4. Could happen again. You're at $83. This is going to touch $100 probably by the end of January, if not before then. So I think you got to get long Palantir. It's just a matter of where today. So we'll keep on good thoughts here for Alex Karp and company. Happy holidays to everybody. Happy boxing. Here you go.
Yeah, boxing.
Oh my God. Happy birthday to Mr. Neil Roberts. I mean,
yes,
happy
birthday, Neil. I wonder if he's
sidetracked there. I hope he's not watching. I hope he's sleeping in. Yeah, there you go. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. I mean, that's all, he's like, come on, guys, hit it. No, remember, he told the story that he was excited to have his daughter bring him breakfast in bed. So I don't know if he's got a TV in there. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's watching. I hope. Well, you know what? This is the thing. If the kids are, you'll have kids one day. I hope. I don't know. It's your preference. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they're waking up early. So, if you're getting breakfast in bed from your kids, they're probably excited about it. They're probably waking up early.
Yep.
They probably already bugged your significant other to wake up and help them.
Perhaps. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if that person has been bugged and stirred about, no doubt you are also stirring about. So I want to say I wish a very happy birthday to our good friend.
Happy birthday.
And the backbone of Trader TV Live, Mr. Neil Roberts, celebrating an undisclosed number today because it would be the same age as mine. So we'll leave that alone. Obi.
Yes, sir.
Man, I wish I had your youth and everything. That would be fantastic. And your hair and everything.
Oh, boy.
I've always wanted a man.
I don't know.
Happy birthday, Neil. There it is. The real deal, Holyfield. That's right. And Joe is here. Hey, Joe, how's it going?
What's up, Joe?
You want to say happy birthday to Neil? Yeah, happy birthday. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, no. When is your birthday?
I mean, Neil looks probably 5 to 10 years older than me. When's my birthday? September.
September. Okay. All right.
We had that montage that Neil put together. I don't have anything for the.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
24 years old.
That was good. That was good. I mean, yeah. So
Ramin and Fabian, these guys, everyone has the fountain of youth, and I'm just sitting here like this.
No, come on, you're a young guy.
Thank you, appreciate that. That's why I'm wearing this young hype sweater.
It's. I think that sweater's pretty dope. Pretty dope. I like it.
All right, back to Palantir, my guy.
Yeah, Palantir. I think I definitely agree with the 83.5, like that pre-market high, a bit of a double top, kind of consolidation highs right there. Yeah, that drive off the open was pretty crazy on Tuesday as well. Kind of broke that end of day consolidation from Monday. Goes through 82s day highs and then goes through 83s as well, pre-market highs. So that was a nice triple stack kind of level break there. That was quite nice. Put in a bit of an anchored as well off of that bid, and came in nice kind of at the end of the day. Beautiful reversion as well. After that buying kind of dissipated, we sold off pretty much for the rest of the trading day here. But yeah, I'm looking at some of these levels as well. That low being 81.48, so 81 halves, and then end of day consolidation highs at that 82 halves as well. So yeah, in and around that area. Pre-market lows currently 82 flats, which is interesting as well. So yeah, 83 halves and 82s from the pre-market, and then from prior day, I like that 81 half and yeah, 82s. And then yeah, if we can break through this 84, push through 85s, yeah, I'm looking to take inventory a little bit higher as well if that comes in. But yeah, it is a higher time frame kind of run up there. We've been catching a bid since earnings. You can see how strong we've been since earnings as well. I don't have an earnings anchored in there as well. You can see that we've accelerated off of earnings and starting to extend a little bit as well. These are all-time highs, don't forget. So if we do break that 85, maybe we are poised for a little bit more of more price discovery above. So that's what I got on Palantir today. So nothing too crazy and not expecting too much, but if it falls into our lap, I'm definitely going to give it a little bit of a slap.
You're gonna take that out a little bit. Okay. All right. So 8:45 right here. Look, there's gonna be a couple names. Make sure you do scan that QR code below. We do have on our watches today different names that are running around a little bit. Some of the quantum names. We have some talk there about the Chinese EVs. We're gonna get through most of, if not all of these stories. But remember, there's still 45 minutes to go before the bell opens, right? And so what I'm expecting today would be a little bit of a lighter volume day, even just into the new year, right? I mean, who's really going back to the office besides guys like you and I and everybody that's working here now, especially with remote work from home and things like that. A lot of traders maybe taking it easy, might be putting through a few orders, but I don't think you're going to get a lot of money moving the market, but there could always be news, and that's the big thing. So we'll keep our ear to the ground. We're going to have Adara on the desk all day, dropping the news. We have the midday show as well with news in their ear, and we're going to be, if anything happens throughout the day, we're going to be here for that, and that could always definitely be the case. Always and definitely, yeah, those are kind of similar words there. So we'll be there, and then we will also look for Apple breaking out through all-time highs again here today. NVIDIA trying to hold out for that 140. Tesla moving around. So lots of names, a lot of these quantum names bouncing as well. We can look in the marijuana sector. There's been some movement there as they look to get higher and higher. Google trying to go as well. So lots to talk about. Coinbase even 95,000 for crypto. So that's an interesting spot for that as well. And plus, get a free 20,000 buying power. Check that out right now with Trade the Pool. We'll be talking about that as well later on. So, all right, let's go back to the desk and see what's up over there.
All right, guys, let's have a look at the yields. The 10-year right now and the 2-year both making local highs, trading at highs. The 10-year up 0.92, the 2-year up 1.07 as we continue to watch yields move higher since the election as the market probably pricing in growth into next year. So we'll keep an eye out on that. So yields at highs. We'll also talk about some of these small caps. We already have a couple running here, more than a couple already in the pre-market. ADD. This one really got a bid in the afternoon on Tuesday, and it's continuing to trade higher in the pre-market, already up 91%. Zcar also very strong, catching a bid early at around 5:30, trading below the volume weighted average price right now, up about 100%. And MGIH also quite strong, up 150% on an interesting sympathy play here with Zoomcar there. So some strength in small caps this morning.
Lots of strength in small caps. Zoomcar basically announcing here they had a 43% year-over-year increase for their November bookings. They said the wedding season was really strong, and they also said they've updated their website to make it more user-friendly. So MGIH, great look for them as well. Then we have the interesting ADD. They have about a 10% short float on a float of 1.13 million shares. So pretty small float there. Market cap just under $13 million. Catalyst for this one came, as Sharif was kind of suggesting, they're right at 1 p.m. on Tuesday when we had that push to the upside, basically announcing here, their company is called Color Star Technology. They announced that a member of the UAE royal family has actually joined their board as an independent director. So interesting catalyst there for ADD. Also on the bond and yield front, it's worth noting we have a 7-year note auction at 1 p.m. So I'll definitely be giving you guys those results.
Yeah, we saw, we got that initial claims there this morning as well, sending the market down just temporarily and then straight back there to the upside. We'd use the Benzinga Pro platform here, so I just want to show you. This is what it was right here. So jobless claims 1.9 versus 1.91, I guess it would be exact, versus 188. So kind of coming in, then jobless claims, that's continuing 219 versus 223. So just a little lower on one and a little higher on the other. So you're right now just looking at a market that has ignored that number pretty much exactly. So there it comes on an algo, hitting it to the downside. If you guys were watching, you might have saw that quickly. And then the move right back to where we are right now, hitting at zeros, basically down down 0.36. We indicated Zcar not too long ago here on the show, and I was noted, it must have been back here when this move had happened. But then I believe this has been split, right? So here is the chart with our look. We'll zoom in here a little bit. These are, of course, here, let's just zoom into the last couple days here. Oh yeah, all right. So it's basically been doing absolutely no. We're gonna have to zoom in even more than that. Whoa. Let's reset that. So as you can see at the end of the day here, we just made that low at $1.25. Now you're starting to hit back upside right now into 290, 294. I'll zoom in on that in a second. The levels that we're going to look at is just what's been happening here today, because you're not going to expect it to fall back into 140 again. Like, to say that that's going to be where the long is, that's a little bit ridiculous. I always like the 200 period moving average for support when names move like this. So for me, down into there to 240 to 250 for Zoomcar, that's definitely an area that we got to be interested in. With a short float, with a low float, this is something that can go. So if you're looking at something today, only $3, definitely, we talked about it. And what you're looking for is traders with these, and traders with eyes on this today, right? It's traders at home. It's pushing through orders on lower price stocks, trying to get these stocks to move. That's probably the play today. So Zcar, not a name that, again, we'd always be on. I'm going to load up my trade ideas and figure out what the short float is on this one, 5%. But only 5?
That's what I have on.
Yeah, I don't think that's why I was just checking with Benzinga as well. So I'm going to double check that. That could be true. But again, it's the split. It's all this action here. So we'll wait to see. It just split for 1 to 100 or something there back in October, November. So I'll get that figured out for you. But I like Zoomcar here in and around $3. Just story doesn't even matter to me. It's just this is the move that's happening. Yeah. So you got a big sell there at 8 o'clock. That's going to do nothing. That's just a dump, a dark pool dump there. So for me, it looks like that's why I'm not going to use volume weighted average price, because it's going to be way too tight to this volume spike right there, like crazy dark pool. So we'll just try to use this 260, 270 area to have a look there at Zoomcar. I think that's going to be the name today as far as small cap plays, but QBTS is moving around, and a few other names there. What was the one with an A there that Adair just mentioned, I think?
ARCH as well? Yeah.
AVD.
ADD, yeah, no. So yeah, we can take a look at that one as well. I have an ARCH. On Watch Archer Aviation, doing a little bit of RVol, but yeah, Zoomcar, not really on my watch, but you can see that, again, this thing's been moving around a little bit, has had some relative volume as well over the past couple of weeks, incrementally, some strong selling, and then look at this strong move on Thursday, December 19th, all the way up to 620s, and we're getting some volume coming right back in. So not necessarily sure what okay, so 6 days ago, launches pilot taxi cab offering. So I guess that's what happened on this move right here. 6 days ago, we're getting some pre-market relative volume as well, with the high of 419, interestingly enough, just shy of that 420. But yeah, let's see if we can get up to 620 as of right now. And yeah, I think something good, again, to do is throw up a little bit of that anchored from where this volume does start to come in today in the pre-market session, in and around 530. And you can see we've been kind of making some lower highs, trading a little bit below it. So yeah, let's see if we can get past that 350. Again, not necessarily on my top watch on the day today, but yeah, we'll see what it has in store for us. A lot of small caps, Sean, getting some volume during the holiday season.
Yep. And that's why, also another name, which is going to be one of the number ones here, and we'll get to it obviously as we go through the watch list, GameStop.
Yeah.
That's going to be another name on watch here today. Yeah, I'm doing a KH. Sticky Note's going to be out in a second. Just we had some stories to tell and stuff like that. So I just got a couple last ideas written on there. That's going to be out in 2 seconds. All right, Adair, she's got green on, so maybe a good one.
This starting with Apple, which is actually getting a price target increase here from Wedbush analyst Daniel Ives. They've raised the price target here to $325, setting a lot of excitement here about the new iPhone. We're going to have more about that on the rundown, so stay tuned. Next up here is Progressive, an insurance name here getting upgraded by Raymond James with a $305 price target. EverQuote here up about 6% with this Raymond James upgrade as well. And then HC Wainwright upgrading Palvella. They're up about 10% this morning. Some of these smaller names continuing to see nice pushes to the upside. Then we have Haggerty getting downgraded here by Raymond James. And last but not least, here in a bit of a lighter downgrades day, we have Celsius with a downgrade from Morgan Stanley. If you looked at that daily chart, you know this one's certainly been beat up. So CELH could be one to watch. Back to you guys.
Yeah, Celsius Holdings. I've never seen the board with 2 empty spaces. Not too much going on there in the upgrades and downgrades. And like we said, as a lot of traders will stay home. I mean, you have Apple up there. All right, Celsius Holdings. We're going to talk a lot about Apple. I'll leave some ideas there maybe quickly with Obi-Wan to touch on it. But so I don't know. I mean, this is that energy drink here. Don't really have any. I can't really talk about the quality of the product. I've never really had it. I don't really know if that matters. I mean, Prime had its run up, that drink there that everyone was buying. We bought tons for our kids. Not tons, that's the wrong statement. But anyways, at the end of the day, this name just continues to get beat up a little bit there with the downgrade. So go check it out if you're a holder of Celsius. You're underneath the 50-period moving average. So that's a tough one. Now only $27. Like, I used to not trade this name because I thought it was too expensive and I didn't realize some of the moves that it could have. But right now, back into this $26 level, I think it's just kind of like Intel right now. No matter what you sort of think about the company, as long as you keep bouncing off these bottoms, which we've done right there at $27, I think I think it's something like a long. Let me just zoom this back out. Where was the low on? I keep saying Friday. I was saying this yesterday to Marissa. Like, what day is it? What day is it even? Okay, hold on. 26.50 or so. I think is a good dip opportunity for Celsius. No, but I was just saying like. Because you had football, like so the big thing, and I know it's EA Sports for you. Fabian, if we can go back to this.
NHL, right? Or not NHL.
No, so Christmas Day is basketball.
Oh, okay.
Normally, there's 5 games or something on.
Okay.
There's one on at noon, then 3, then like 5 and 7 and 10.
Okay.
But for the first time, they had NFL yesterday. So NFL on a Wednesday when we just watched the Packers on Monday, then 2 days, and then Christmas thrown in there, then the half day that we had on Tuesday. And I've already called today Friday. Yeah. And then now it's going to be like, there's not many upgrades on today on Monday. So I don't know, but it's Thursday, I guess. So anyways, all right. So Celsius, I like the bottom there. I think you got to, if you're trying it, don't hold it below $25. But, we'll wait to see if we can get a dip buy opportunity in that one into 26.50. But Apple's just a monster.
Apple with a bit of an upgrade as well. You can see it's been trending nicely since its earnings. Earnings got a little bit of a flush right there. You can see that. When was that? Earnings was on Thursday, October 31st. So since October 31st, off of that earnings report that we did sell off at, we kind of found a base on that 220 and continue to push up. Again, push those all-time highs in those 230s, 235s, and you can see my alert here at 240 as well. We've been continuing 257, Sean. So that 260 incoming as well. So almost every day we get a little bit of a little bit of a bid, and you can see as well. This was that FOMC strong sell that had the VIX all the way back up above 20s. We basically reclaimed that, reverted that as if it was nothing. And then in the next couple of days there, Friday especially, that bid coming in and kind of wiping that whole selling coming in off of that FOMC. That's consolidation above some of those reference prices from FOMC. And then we got, again, on a half day, we got a bid up all the way up to, intraday high. It seems like it was 258.21 pre-market. Highs currently are 258.90. So let's see if we get that continuation of that bid. I like that hold of that reference from FOMC, especially on a name like Apple, kind of showing us that strength, that even that aggressive selling from FOMC is nothing, and we're just going to continue buying this thing up. But this is an hourly chart. Look at it on the weekly as well. This thing is blasting off, Sean. So absolutely beautiful on the weekly. You can see that we had that strong push up through that 200 mark, aggressive push, and a little bit of a flag action there in and around with a 220 base, and then continuation. Look at that, back-to-back weeks making fresh highs on this name. Oh boy, I'm looking for that trend within the trend here on Apple today. Let's see. I don't know if we're going to get it right away, but something to look for.
So just right now, just 10% of the audience has hit the like button. Boy. So make sure you do that. 3,700. So we know it's going to be a little bit of a late day, or a light day, sorry. It'll be the same time, not late. Unless you want to stay late tonight, I know we'll figure it out. But right there, hit the like, hit the subscribe right now. There it goes. A couple more people hitting that. Please do that ASAP. Let the algorithms know that you have found us, and subscribe. You'll get that little notification. We do have the midday show, which will be lesson-based learning, trading. Obviously, more trading than the lessons. I mean, the lessons are quick, easy to understand. Great job going through the lessons every single day, and then the best. So this is the thing about the midday show that I think is, elevated everything. like when you're watching videos on, what is a simple moving average?
Right.
So you watch the video, you pretend like you understand it, and that's that. If Sharif's explaining something and you don't understand it,
You can ask.
this is live.
Yeah.
You can't get into the chat unless you're a subscriber. So that's the first thing. You can get right in there and be like, Joe, what is this bull call spread nonsense you're talking about? It's not nonsense, but this might be what you're thinking.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you log in there, you type it in there, Joe sees the note, and boom, he's right in there
Exactly.
explaining
You can make
it,
some sense.
answering, like real talk. This is not like somebody that's never traded before or anything like that. Like if you're talking about low float runners and how to trade them, they're going to be actually trading them, showing you how to do that talk. And not just that, any name. We'll be trading some low float names as well. But that's the thing about the midday show. Very, very patient for questions and things like that. So get ready for that. That'll be happening at 11 o'clock till 2 o'clock. And then you and I will be back here to trade what should be an eventful close or not, heading into what should be a great weekend. And a reminder to everybody, happy birthday to Neil again
Happy birthday.
today. So we'll go for him. All right, it's 9 o'clock.
Birthday.
It's happy what?
27th.
Yep, something like that. It's 26, I think,
Okay.
the date. All right, everybody, back to the desk.
All right, guys, let's have a look at the futures. Here is the ES March contract. We're well below the closing print on